I call the regular meeting of the Ascension Parish Council Thursday, January 20th, 2011 to order. Our invocation tonight will be led by Chief James LeBlanc, San Ramon Fire Department Chief, and also Ascension Parish Council. Thank you, Chief.
Good evening. If you would bow your heads, please. Graciously Heavenly Father, in your sight nations rise and fall and pass through times of peril. Now when our land is troubled, be near to judge and save. May leaders be led by your wisdom. May they search your will and see it clearly. I ask you to bless our parish president, our parish council, and staff, and give them supernatural wisdom. Also, I ask that you bless our great state of Louisiana and our great parish of Ascension. I ask you to bless our wonderful firefighters and law enforcement that are serving our Ascension Parish streets daily. I ask you to give strength to the Pat Bell and Charles A. Bear families as they lost loved ones this week. Continue to give all our Ascension Parish residents who may have lost loved ones strength and courage. Father, bless our troops wherever they may be defending our country, and bless their families as we pray daily as a community that these men and women come home safe to their families. Give us your light and your truth to guide us through Jesus Christ, who is Lord of this world and Savior. Amen.
Thank you very much, Chief. Tonight our pledge will be led and our colors will be posted by Troop 69, Troop Master Fred Norris, Assistant Troop Master Greg Williams, and our scouts are Michael Lejeune, Todd Folk, Jacob Johnson, Leon Folk, Zachary Williams, Nathan Goodall, Nicholas Duco, and Ethan Dixon.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, halt. Post colors. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard, return to post. Color guard about face. Color guard advance.
Thank you very much, Troop 69. Roll call, Ms. Cinnamon. We only councilman missing is Councilman Adrian Thompson. I don't have any chair additions to add tonight. Public comment period. Anyone wish to speak on an agenda item, please sign in. You'll be allowed 3 minutes. We'll move into our presentation portion of our agenda. Tonight we have a certificate of appreciation, Ms. Sherry Despina, Executive Director, Ascension Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Sherry, you and your board come forward, please.
Group of citizens here. Glad to have you all here tonight. And on behalf of myself and the Parish Council, we certainly want to commend you for the job that you do in Ascension Parish. You know, our sales tax are down a little bit. Y'all could do a little bit better. But anyway, hopefully next year we'll catch up and be above. We were only down 2.5%, so y'all kept it to a minimum. And we appreciate all you do and all you members, what they do for Ascension Parish. And without them, none of us would get paid. So we really appreciate it. Certificate of Achievement. certificate is hereby awarded to the Ascension Chamber of Commerce, President CEO Sherry Despino. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present this certificate of achievement to the Ascension Chamber of Commerce and President CEO Sherry Despino for winning the Chamber of the Year award this past year. The award was presented by the Louisiana Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives during their annual conference in Ruston. Ascension Chamber of Commerce was recognized as the conference's mid-sized Chamber of the Year, solidifying the standard of excellence set by the Chamber and its staff. We join Council Chairman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in congratulating Ms. Sherry Despino and her staff. Sherry, congratulations. Also, want to recognize the outgoing Chamber President, Ms. Glenda Shaheen, and the incoming President, Mr. Mike Wagestack. I know you're going to carry the torch well, but you got some big shoes to fill. Sherry?
Thank you. I am very proud and honored to accept this on behalf of the Board of Directors and, of course, the Chamber staff. We worked really hard, and last year when we won this award, it really made us very, very proud to be part of Ascension Parish and everything that this parish stands for. So, Tommy, Councilman Bell, entire council, thank you so much for giving us this honor. We truly appreciate it, and we thank you very much.
I want to thank the council for taking this time to acknowledge this award. It is a prestigious award, and we're very proud of it. It's really a testament to Sherry and her staff and the entire board. And to Glenda Shaheen, she was the chairman for 2010, so thank you, Glenda.
I don't think I could have done it without the board or without the great support of all the members of the chamber and to the staff. So I want to thank everyone for their assistance during that year. Thank you.
Next we have our 1957 state champion basketball team. Boosters, come forward, Joe.
It's not often in Ascension Parish. We kind of known for baseball and football and I don't remember a whole lot of years that state championship was won in basketball. So one of the few. Anybody else can think of him? So you guys are kind of special here, and when y'all won it, as I said outside, I was 1 year old, so I really good to come up here and honor all you guys. Tonight we are honoring the 1957 Gonzales High School boys basketball team who won the Louisiana High School State Championship in Class 1A. The team was led by Coach Joel Shank Meredith and assistant coach Tom Hart. Many of you remember that the Gonzales Bulldogs finished with a 27-7 record and beat Baker High School for the state championship, 63-60. Both teams had met 7 times that year, with Baker leading the series 4-3. When the state championship game was played at the Gonzales High School gym, fans from Ascension Parish filled the gym to capacity, leaving little room for the Baker followers. After the Bulldogs won the championship, Baker High protested the game because of the packed gym, led to a 9-day review of the championship game before it was officially declared a Gonzales Bulldog victory. The Bulldogs had 2 All-State players in Pat Arsenault and Butch Ricker. Jules Gautreaux took second team All-State honors. Tonight we honor the 1957 Gonzales Bulldogs state championship team with certificates, and both coaches are deceased, Coach Meredith and Coach Hart, and I think one player, Jerry Herring, is deceased from the team. Of course, I was looking in the statistics and didn't see where Red Loop scored any points. So I guess he was the defensive player. What I'm going to do is read one, and then I'm going to call everybody's name. Red Loop Certificate of Achievement. This is hereby awarded to Red Loop Gonzales High School, 1957, Louisiana Class A Boys Basketball State Champions. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present the Certificate of Achievement to Red Loop and the 1957 Gonzales High School Boys Basketball Team for winning the Class A championship under head coach Joe Shank Meredith and assistant coach Tom Hart. We join with Council Chairman Pat Bell, the entire Parish Council, in congratulating these men in their championship effort.
Obviously, Joe was a center.
Now, Richard. Now, Dan Carter. But I know he's not here, so again, we certainly salute you, and we're glad we could have y'all here tonight. Appreciate you coming. Again, congratulations for being the only state champions that I know of basketball for somebody who's
Thanks a lot. It's a great honor to be here and to be recognized after all these years. This is a pretty remarkable team. What made us good was the strength of our second team. You make fun of Red Loop, but Red, Nelson, and Carlin, and Dan, they pushed us daily through practice, which made us a lot better. And we had a good group. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Take two pictures on three. 1, 2, 3. One more. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Yes,
Next, we have our true Ascension Parish ambassador, Rana Shaw. He'll come forward, please.
Band.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. regular. Well, of course, these guys, like I said, they don't need an introduction. They've been around the country performing, and they've been great ambassadors for Ascension Parish. I can tell you, when I was a teenager and even a little bit younger than that, used to go to the Jungle House and listen to the Blue Notes. I don't know how many of you remember that, but the Blue Notes, there's a couple of members here from the Blue Notes, and the Jungle House was right by where the swimming pool used to be, where the new police station is going to be. So anyway, had a lot of fun over there, and these guys, as I said, I've seen them perform. They've done a lot of charity work. They go to the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast a lot of times. You'll see them there. Anytime we've ever asked of them, they all can't go. Some group will go, who's comes and works with us on the senior stock hop on the last Friday of every month. And there's a group of musicians that just come and get together. Mr. Tomplin comes sometimes. Poochie comes sometimes. And the music's still good and as good as it was back then. So y'all not getting older, y'all getting better. Y'all like a fine wine. So anyway, but we really appreciate y'all, and we're glad to honor you tonight. And as ambassadors, do the same thing. We have a certificate of appreciation. Certificate of appreciation. This certificate is hereby awarded to Audrey Poochie Bourgeois Sr. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present the certificate of appreciation to Audrey Poochie Bourgeois Sr. and the supergroup Nana Shah for entertaining Ascension Parish and audience throughout the South at conventions, festivals, fairs during the group's 26-year history. We join Council Chairman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in expressing our deepest gratitude for all you do to make Ascension Parish a better place to live. Thank y'all guys so much. We appreciate it. Randy, go through, and they performed at the festivals, and getting a few pictures slowly coming in. I hope to have all of y'all at some point. But anyway, that's it. You were first. Ralph. Go, Ralph. Patrick the kid. Huh? Patrick. Cat Sanchez. Got 3 Sanchez's on here. Keith Rose. Sidney Babin. Not here. Randy. Bebop Bourgeois. There he is. Thank y'all. That's it? All right. Who we missing? Anybody? We got everybody? Church group. All right. All right. Now, we have a church group now. And, of course, this certificate is hereby awarded to Randy Gautreau, Nana Shah and Ensemble. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present this certificate of achievement to Randy Gautreau and Nana Shah Ensemble for 35 years of service to St. Mark's Catholic Church. Through their musical ministry, the Nana Shah Ensemble has released a new CD called Look Beyond to further their musical ministry mission. We join Council Chairman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in expressing our deepest gratitude for all you do to make Ascension Parish a better place to live. And we really appreciate that, and I can tell you, if you hadn't heard the CD, it's a wonderful thing. Y'all did an excellent job, and again, y'all representing the parish well through the ministry and also as good ambassadors, and we appreciate that. Uchi. Look here, Uchi. All right. All right, Uchi. Johnny. Jerry Tomplin. Sometimes these glasses don't do me well. Pick up. Patricia. Thank you. Patrick. Randy. Donald. Ralph Daigle. I thought I had one more picture, but evidently not. Hey, Johnny, Johnny, did you got yours? Oh, yeah. Look at that. How about that? Y'all all coming though. It may be 2 or 3 years, but again,
On behalf of the Nana Shaw Band and ensemble, I'd like to thank Pat Bell, Chairman Bell, and the council, and Parish President Tommy Martinez for this recognition. We do appreciate it very much, and we appreciate them taking the time out of their busy schedule to do this for us. We've had a lot of fun doing this for 26 years in the band, and of course 35 years at church. I hope the man up there is listening. That 35 years does us some good one day. But we travel all over the southern United States and meet some great people and play at some wonderful places. And we always start every show by saying we're from Gonzales, Louisiana, Jambalaya capital of the world. So we're all very proud of that, to be from Ascension Parish, and we're very proud to represent Ascension Parish in our travels. And thank you again.
Two pictures on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Next, we'll move to our past president. Do you have anything, President Martinez?
the only thing, again, I want to congratulate Gwen in the Finance Department for winning that award again this year that they won last year. And I think they do an excellent job, and I wanted to recognize them for that. And Gwen, you got anything you want to say?
Once again, I'd just like to thank President Martinez and the entire Parish Council for giving us the support that enables us to achieve this national award. We thank you for it, and we're proud to accept it on behalf of the Parish Council and Ascension Parish.
Very good job, Gwen. Anything else, President? Yes, okay, sir. Moving item 7, I'll need a motion. Consent agenda, please.
Motion.
A motion by Councilman Dennis Cullen, second by Councilman Vinnie Johnson. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. We'll move into our general business section. Item 8, we have our Mike Eads and Deanna LaFont with Ascension Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Happy New Year to everyone. I'd like to begin by introducing Deanna LaFont to the council. Deanna has been with us since November the 1st. Give you a little bit of her background. She is a native of Louisiana, down on the bayou, down the cutoff area. Graduated from Nicholls State, and then later on from Central Arkansas University with a master's degree in community and economic development. She worked for about 3 years with the South Louisiana Economic Council, and then for the past 4 years with Louisiana Economic Development. And I'm proud to say that we didn't have to go very far to find her. She is a resident of Ascension Parish,
and up in the Prairieville area, and we're glad to have her. Please help me welcome Deanna. In your handout, I'll go very quickly over the topics in there. Just a little recap of 2010. We did have several new and expanding firms in the parish, including Scott's Miracle Grow, Gator Environmental, Certispec, a little expansion to Line Copolymer, and the biggest one there, the last one, is IMTT, International Matex Tank Terminal. Those numbers I have presented to you, 30 to 40 new jobs and $150 to $200 million is an estimate on our part. The company does not want to be to go public with their jobs investment, which is certainly their prerogative. We'll say that the Industrial Development Board of Ascension Parish approved up to $250 million in go-zone bonds for IMTT. So somewhere in that neighborhood of $150 to $250 million is going to be spent in this parish by the company, and we're lucky to have them. Other things that went on last year of significant, we totally redid our website. I hope you've been on it to visit. If you haven't, please do so. Like any feedback that you might have on that site, we're very proud of it. I think it's state-of-the-art, one of the best ones in Louisiana, if not the country. We were able to get the Donaldsonville Technology Industrial Park certified by Louisiana Economic Development under their new program. It was the first site in the state to receive that certification. We're very proud of that fact and really appreciate all the cooperation we got from the Donaldsonville folks, and a lot of other people helped us get that done. And we're very proud of that. As far as current year, some of the initiatives that we have underway, we want to do 3 more certified sites. We want as many on the market as we can, because that is a great marketing tool for new business. One of them is the Woodlands of Ascension property in Geismar. You see I have a question mark on that. The reason is there's a tax lien on that property, and until that's cleared up, for obvious reasons, we don't want to expend any effort or money to get it certified. Hopefully the owners say they're going to clear that up here in near term. The Point Sunshine Mega Site in Donaldsonville, although that is certified by a national firm, we want to get that into the state system under their program. That's a relatively minor thing. We just got to repackage it and submit it to them. And then finally, the Edenborn site down at 44 and I-10. We have totally revamped our business retention and expansion program. You see we have branded it, call it the ARE program, Ascension Retention and Expansion, and have a very aggressive one-on-one calling program underway, focusing this year on small and medium-sized companies that we haven't touched in the past. In fact, one of the companies we called on a couple of weeks ago told us that they're going to be adding 50 jobs in the next 6 months or so. And that's why we call on them, to find out, what are you growing? Think about growing. Is there anything we can do to help you? So we're very, very happy about that. We will be putting on a series of workshops and seminars in cooperation with the Donaldsonville and the Ascension Chambers on a variety of subjects. Those are to be announced. We have an incentive study underway. We've talked to you all about this before, but we have launched that. We have signed a contract. The work is underway by a company called America Management. They're going to look at what other parishes and municipalities are doing as far as incentives to attract and expand business. We will come to you with recommendations on that subject, and we're talking about discretionary type incentives, about not only which programs we think you should consider, but how that would operate as far as the cost benefit models and everything I think that need to go into that decision-making process. That study should be in our hands in early April, by the way. Prospect activity, the final note, you see the chart attached. We've got a lot of activity going on. Pay particular attention to what we call the A group of prospects, which means we have a very strong feeling these people are going to actually locate somewhere, hopefully in Ascension Parish, but possibly not. But These are real deals. I will tell you that 2 of those prospects are poised to announce in the very near future. Can't get into which 2 they are for confidentiality reasons, but I feel very confident that we're going to have 300 new jobs or so announced in this parish in the very near future for our people. That concludes my remarks, and be glad to answer any questions that the council may have at this time.
Councilman Cleward, please.
Yeah, Mr. Eads, and by the way, welcome. I really appreciate you refocusing on the small to medium businesses. Definitely a market out there. You guys recognize that, and that we need those businesses to feed the big ones, and they'll have to grow. Appreciate it.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Councilman Joseph?
Oliver had.
Go ahead, Councilman Schicksnyder. Whoever wants to go first.
Mike, I had asked once before on the list of the business or interested in Ascension Parish. The previous years, we had, if they was looking at a site in the industrial park or the mega site or Downsonville, Gonzales, they at least listed where they was looking or interested in putting their business. Can we install that again in
Absolutely.
this list? Because that would be more helpful for me or any other councilman. That at least if something coming in their district or looking in their district, they are aware of it. And if anything we can do in the future to help you with it, we'll be ahead of the game too.
Absolutely. I think that was an oversight on our part. We usually include that, and I've neglected to do so on this chart. We'll take care of that next time.
Okay. Councilman Schicksnyder.
Thank you very much. So, Mike, we appreciate you. Welcome, Mr. Park. Glad to have you here. Mike, I was just curious, the effects of they announced a big nuclear plant in nearby St. James. How does that affect Ascension Parish? What are we doing to capitalize on that? Or
you're not the first person to ask me that question, Councilman Schicksnyder, and I'll be honest with you right now, I don't know. The project, I think, is still lacks a little bit of definition about exactly what's going to happen there. It started out as a pig iron plant, and now I say, well, that's going to come down the road sometime. So I don't know at this stage. Typically, that industry doesn't have suppliers attached to it like an automobile plant would. Mm-hmm. But the opposite sometimes occurs, where they have companies that use their downstream product, their end products. And I'll give you a great example. Nucor, I was in a community in South Carolina, I worked for several years, and they have a mill there, and there were 2 plants that located nearby to use the raw material or the finished product out of those plants. One of them was a company that made metal safety stairs and safety cage ladders and that type of thing. And then a lot of people don't know that Nucor has a metal building line that they market, and the other plant was making the corrugated panels and the structural steel and that type of thing. So I think there may be more opportunity on the downstream than on the upstream. But I'll tell you, we're very, I will say this, we're very fortunate to have that company in this part of the state and in this area. I'm very familiar with it. It is a wonderful company. It's named, one of the top 50 companies in the United States to work for. And very community minded. So congratulations to St. James, but it's to our great benefit to have them in the neighborhood.
Thank you. And then I was just curious, and for the benefit, we have, as you go about the parish, you see many, many, many very small businesses, 1 to 10 employees, and a lot of these businesses struggle through bureaucratic red tape and things like that, and just how to survive and all that. Is there anything that they could go to economic development for assistance and things of that? A number of people have talked to me over the years.
Yes, sir, absolutely, and that's one of the reasons we're focusing on some of the smaller firms, because often their problems seem large to them and can turn out to be minor. Sometimes it's easily handled by a couple of phone calls, and so that's, we're always available to do that, and, whether it's a one-on-one or a phone call, or we can visit them, if, like any of the councilmen, any of your constituents, need assistance from the state for training, there's a lot of incentives, out there. A lot of our, one of the things when we call on our existing industries and businesses, the majority of them don't know that there are no incentives available in the state of Louisiana to new business that aren't available to the businesses already here. But they think they're not. So that's one myth that we get to explode right up front. And further, one of the incentives available, called the enterprise zone, is available to any kind of business in Louisiana, well, with a couple of exceptions, gaming and something else, but for any business. And that's very unusual. Most states limit their incentives to manufacturing and others, but the enterprise zone is for anybody that's adding jobs. And we can help companies through that process of applying for and receiving those benefits.
Thank you very much, and I hope people take advantage of that. That's a good service.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Councilman Lohr.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I was particularly interested in the study regarding the incentives and where we stack up and how we might be more competitive in that arena. The results for that, the time frame, did you say that? I'm sorry.
It's in process, and we hope to receive those around the 1st of April.
Okay.
And the way that's going to flow is we're going to work with, at least from the parish side, with yourself and Councilman Kluhoff, who are on our board, and we'll talk to you about that and get your feedback about what's feasible, what's reasonable to bring further to the rest of the council. I strongly suspect that anything that y'all would agree to do would require an ordinance. Or ordinances, and so there's a process involved. In fact, our not drop dead date, but our date of completion of this project is in December. We know it's not an overnight thing that we're looking at here. It's just could be a lot of thought's going to have to be given to whatever recommendations are forthcoming.
Okay, great, thanks.
Parish
President. Councilman Kluhoff, please.
Yeah, Mike, I just want to reiterate to all the council members and everybody, the public and the business public out there and the people that are starting businesses, whether small or medium or whatever, about the resources that you guys have with your computer tracking and your modules and your catalog of available land sites within the parish that fall in the different zoning districts or available zoning districts, and the fact that if anybody's starting any kind of business in Ascension Parish, they can come to you guys and you get a handle on what they're looking at, and you may have a site that you can pull up that's available. Logistically, it may be good for them. Economically, it may be good for them, but that you can steer them in the right direction. And forgive me, I'll forget the name of the system.
Well, the GIS system is what Judge is referring to, but in addition to that, we do have access to a tremendous amount of databases. And I'll give you an example. We had a gentleman come to our office the other day that's thinking about putting a convenience store in, and that's normally something, that you don't go out and try to recruit because they follow the market. But he was interested in the demographics in certain radius around an intersection, and we have access to that data, and very handy. In fact, through Energy Corporation's Economic Development Office, we can go put a dot on the map and draw whatever radius you want to draw around it and tell you how many people there are, how much money they make, where they spend their money, and that type of thing. So it's, that is readily available to anyone in the parish who needs it.
I have one more thing is that when we're talking about, they mentioned Nucor, congratulations to St. James Parish for that. They also have the new Colonial Sugar Mill that's being built there. And I'd just like to stress that as we go forward looking at large things, we talk about the number of jobs that are going forward. I want everybody to know that we fight hard for the fact that when those jobs do become available, that we try to give incentives for local hire within the parish.
Right. I think that number's in flux right now. But, I think at one time we were talking about, 4,000 people ultimately down the road. And certainly it's a substantial number of those people will already do or will reside in Ascension Parish without question. And I think the benefit is going to be seen obviously in the retail sector as well as in our service industries here that service the plants up and down the river. We'll get a lot of business because of that, and we're delighted about it.
Thanks.
President Martinez.
Yes, I just want to welcome Deanna. Also, I've had occasion to meet with her on several occasions and several events, and I would tell you she's well qualified, and I'm impressed with her. And the other thing, and yesterday I had a couple of meetings. We had the care meeting yesterday morning with the plant managers, and had the Economic Development Family meeting last night, and I can tell you all I heard was good news. So, especially from the industrial corridor, I think you're going to be seeing quite a few jobs, as they said, being announced in the near future, and that all bodes well for us and the parish. And, one other statistic I just want to throw at you is in 2007 we had 1,800 new homes started. In 2010, we had 600. So that market is really struggling right now, and our growth has definitely slowed down as far as the home building. And now's the time that we can catch our breath and hopefully get some things done. But anyway, I just want to thank y'all for the job well.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Anybody else, Councilman? Good report, Mike. Thank you, and welcome aboard, Deanna.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Move into our introduction ordinance section. Legal Counsel Tony Forstman, please.
This is an introduction to an ordinance to revoke the 12-foot utility servitude along the north side of the 40-foot servitude of passage, Porter Williams Lane, 14037 Highway 431, lots 2A, 1A, 2B1-CC, 2B1-BB, and 2B1-AA of the Danny Williams property.
Motion introduced.
So a motion introduced by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Floyd. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. Item 10, please.
This is an ordinance to amend the ordinance approving, adopting, and appropriating the 2010 operating and capital budgets for the Parish of Ascension, adopted by the Ascension Parish Council on the 19th day of November 2009. Budget Amendment Number 8.
I'll need a motion to introduce. I have a motion by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. Next, we'll move into our public hearing ordinance section. Legal Counsel Tony Fortman, please. Item 11, reading of ordinance.
This is an ordinance to authorize the Parish of Ascension to negotiate the purchase of the Pelican Point Maintenance Building currently owned by Doug Diaz for the purpose of improving fire protection services within the parish. Whereas the Parish of Ascension desires to negotiate the purchase of the Pelican Point Maintenance Building belonging to Doug Diaz, and whereas there is a need and purpose to purchase the property in order to allow for improvements to the parish fire protection services as per the Property Insurance Association of Louisiana recommendations, and whereas the Parish of Ascension hereby desires to purchase the property as per law and authorizes the office of the parish president to do whatever is necessary to enter into negotiations to purchase said property as per law in the best interest of the parish. And the Parish of Ascension hereby ordains to authorize the office of the parish president to negotiate the purchase of said property belonging to Doug Diaz to improve fire protection service for the area, which is necessary and critical for the safety, health, and welfare of the public. That pursuant to all applicable provisions of law, the parish is directed and authorized to do whatever is necessary to purchase said property, and that the parish is authorized and instructed to proceed accordingly in a timely and orderly manner. That the parish is authorized to exercise its discretion in purchasing this property, together with all agreements and all transactions necessary to carry out the intent of this ordinance, and that the purchase price and or value should not exceed $700,000.
I'll need a motion to open public hearing, please. Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Cluart. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward, sign in with, Cinnamon, and you'll be allowed 3 minutes.
Motion to close.
Motion to close by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. I need a motion to approve the ordinance. A motion by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Kent Shakespeare. Any discussion?
Discussion, Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Lohr.
This is just for the record. In the ordinance, it's stated 700,000, but in the figure that's printed, it says 770,000. Tony, I don't know if you need to correct that.
Okay, I'll correct it.
It is 700,000.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head if
But
it's
the
700
motion
or
is 700.
700.
That's right, 700,000.
How much is it, right? Okay. Any more discussion, Councilman?
Sorry about that.
Councilman Shakespeare.
I just want to thank everybody for the tremendous hard work. This is going over a long period of time and a lot of people involved to take something that's very viable in the exact spot that the first district fire wanted a station, and we try to do it as such that there is a stopping point for money. We didn't just some project that we continue to pour money on. I want to thank James and the rest of the fire district members for all the hard work, all the local people, and Bruce and Doug and everything are coming together and working hard. It's been a lot of hard work to make that happen without and saving the parish money, so I think it's a good use of everybody. So I just want to appreciate everybody in advance. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Cluart, please.
Yeah, I also want to thank the fire board, James, all you guys, and thank Councilman Shakespeare and Councilman Johnson on the experience of working with that. And things are looking pretty good for the district. We appreciate it.
Any more discussion, Councilman? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Item 14, Ms. Tony.
The purpose is to amend the Ascension Parish zoning map from medium-intensity residential to mixed-use 2, zoning review ID 2118.10, Lot 11, Tanglewood subdivision for Paul and Martha Johnson, located on the north side of LA Highway 621, approximately 200 feet west of L. Landry Road. Whereas Ascension Parish is a local governmental subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution of 1974, and whereas Parish of Ascension is the governing and responsible body over the zoning and regulations within this jurisdiction, and whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish, adopted May 4, 1993, identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the lands of this parish, and whereas the official zoning map for Ascension Parish was last adopted, and whereas a petition has been submitted by Paul and Martha Johnson to rezone this property from medium-intensity residential to mixed-use 2, and the request has been processed in compliance with the procedures set forth. Now therefore be it ordained by the Ascension Parish Governing Authority that the official zoning map of Ascension Parish, Louisiana is amended to reflect the properties identified in Exhibit A as mixed-use 2 as the official zoning designation.
I need a motion to open public hearing by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Have a second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Anyone wish to speak on this item, please come forward. You'll be allowed 3 minutes.
Motion to close.
A motion to close public hearing by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. I'll need a motion to move the ordinance, please. Motion by Councilman Randy Cluart. Second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Any discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. Yes, sir. Before we get to Councilman Todd Lambert, I'd like to acknowledge tonight we have a Ascension Parish School Board member, Mr. Moose Pierce, in our presence. Welcome, Moose. I have a birthday. I have Councilman Chris Lord, January 16th.
21.
He was just able to vote last year. But anyway, Ascension Parish Deputy, Mr. Joey Mayhew, we appreciate you being here tonight, sir. Cinnamon, as always, thank you for putting us together tonight. Tony, thank you for your legal. Mr. Kenyon, John Conley, Thank all of y'all. Councilman Todd Lambert.
Motion adjourned, Mr. Chairman.
Motion adjourned by Councilman Lambert, second by Councilman Chris Lloyd.